Hype. Is it worth the hype? Hi, I'm Jay, licensed wealth management advisor for one of the top 5 banks in Canada. Not gonna say which one. And today I'll be talking about hype, the new thing. So, what is hype? I'm gonna explain it shortly. For some people who might not be too knowledgeable about blockchain and crypto, it might not be that interesting to you, but I'm gonna make it short and sweet. So, Hype is a new cryptocurrency that has its own blockchain. So, like Ethereum, like all these other blockchains have their own all these other coins have their own blockchains. Hype has its own blockchain. With Hype, the whole benefit of it is that it's highly scalable, it has low fees and high transaction speed. So this makes it better than something like Ethereum. With Ethereum, the speed of transactions is very slow because it's a really big blockchain, so it takes a lot to power it. On top of that, transaction fees are higher with Ethereum. So, like I mentioned, because it's a bigger blockchain, it takes a lot to power it. So there's more transaction fees essentially. So with Hype, that's the whole benefit it has over something like Ethereum. Hype is used for on-chain transactions, it's used for staking, it's used for powering DeFi protocols. So like Ethereum, they pretty much do the same thing, but with the, like I mentioned, the benefit is that Hype has lower fees and higher speed. Now you might be thinking, if you know about cryptocurrencies, that what separates this from something like Arbitrum? Arbitrum is a layer 2 blockchain that connects to Ethereum. So it's meant for higher speed and lower fees, just like Hype. But the thing is, with Arbitrum, it's connected to Ethereum. So that could lead to some delays with transactions. Unlike Hype, which has its own blockchain. It's a layer 1 blockchain, while Arbitrum's a layer 2. Makes sense? So that's one thing. Another thing is Hype has its own order book on the blockchain, on the Hype blockchain, which separates it from something like Arbitrum or Polygon or something that's connected to Ethereum, because with those blockchains, with those coins, it doesn't have its own on-chain order book. So in order to make trades, it's got to work with something called the automatic money manager, or sorry, not automatic money manager, automatic market maker. So that's connected to decentralized applications. So long story short, Hype makes transactions cheaper and easier to fulfill because it has its own on-chain order book. Now, for someone that's new to cryptocurrency, everything I said might not mean anything to you. In fact, it might mean jack shit. But the reason I had to go through and explain all of that is just to show that this Hype is not just another shitcoin. It's not Chill Guy or Doge. It has a use to it, and it has a utility. So as a wealth management advisor, I only recommend products and investments that have a utility to it, right? That being said, if you ask me, should you invest your money into it, you should keep in mind that this product, it's new and it's not battle tested. It's not like Ethereum, Arbitrum, Polygon that are all tested. This is fairly new compared to those other blockchains. So it's highly speculative as to if it's going to explode in value or not. So short answer, if you ask me if you should invest your money into it as a professional, I would tell you, sure, you should. Just not all of your money. Definitely not all of your money. Definitely not a majority of your funds. So if, as a general rule, what I tell my clients that are interested in dipping their feet into crypto or are interested in crypto as a whole concept is to put no more than 50% of your portfolio into cryptocurrency. So 50% into cryptocurrency, and then use the other 50% for something like a really high performing ETF, like the Nasdaq index, right? Which it's what I always recommend, Nasdaq 100 index or the S&P 500. And the other 50%, you can put it into cryptocurrency. But the thing is that out of that 50%, you don't want to definitely have all of your money into one crypto. You should have majority of your money into some safe cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, relatively safe, or Bitcoin, and the rest of it, in a minority of the 50%, you should put into something like these other altcoins that are more speculative, like Hype. So in general, just generally speaking, I don't recommend putting more than 15% of your total portfolio into Hype because, like I mentioned, it's brand new and it's something that still needs to be tested and it could go to zero. And another thing, the price that Hype is at right now, I'll put it up on the screen. It's pretty high right now. It just went up by a lot, especially since it started. The price kind of exploded. So I don't know if right now is the right time to invest it. Like I said, if you're investing 10 to 15% of your portfolio, it's not going to be that bad anyway if it drops. But what I recommend, just generally speaking, is if you're trying to put your money into it, maybe wait a little bit, see if it evens out, or if it drops, then it's great, and then put your money into it, or just put it in right now. Because my bullish, if you want my bullish speculation, I think by a year or two, if everything works out, if it doesn't, if there's no real bad news about it, it could go up to $140. That's a real bullish speculation. But hey, listen, it's not financial advice. So, where's my mug? But hey, listen, it's not financial advice, so don't sue me, bro. Whoop.